Let's get white girl wasted.
White girl wasted.
White girl wasted.
Oh my god.
Oh my fucking god. It's so fun to curse in that voice. Like.
Oh my fucking god.
Oh my fucking god, Wuten, you bitch. How you doing?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm doing so good, bitch. I'm on the AWKWARDCast.
It can only go
God.
up from here. Hello and welcome everybody to the AWKWARDCast, where NY and Keyframe want about random dribble, and the W in the name today could stand for Wuten again.
Max messaged me being like, "Hey, so I'm on the tail end of being sick, so I may have to hold back a bit today. I'm not gonna have full energy." And I said, "Don't worry. I'll bring it for both of us." That's what that was.
Perfect.
Downhill from here.
I'm sorry, audience. It was either
So get healthier,
that.
Max.
Yeah, exactly. It was either that or no show at all. So
Exactly.
I hope I made the right decision.
Someone save Max. No. This is what purgatory is gonna be like. It's just an awkward cast that never gets to the live show. It's always the wrong keybind.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Oh.
Hey, but I didn't turn us offline yet. But yeah, we have. I wanted to look it up. But I didn't. Oh no. Like how long it has been. How long it has been.
It's been over a
year.
It
has been
3 years to the date, in fact. I actually looked it up.
No.
September 28th, 2020.
Oh.
Wow. We got you like prime pandemic, and then we just kind of didn't.
Yeah.
That is but move right there. It's like where's
shame on us, honestly.
Yeah, from one of our go-tos, our veterans, our most awkward people we know. This is a compliment in the context of the show. To like a special reappearance.
Well, you know what? 2023, make it the year of strange returns.
Definitely.
Like,
so, Brony Chef?
Every year has to have some kind of moniker, and 2023 so far has just been existing. And like 2023 is such a weird year because at least you could say with 2020 there was an event. There was multiple events, but there were events. And then with 2021 and 2022, it was just consistently insane shit happening. That I think 2023 was the year that we've gotten desensitized, where it's just nothing, blip. Nothing. Where it's like, oh, it's lulling us into a false sense of security, and then suddenly submarine. Like,
suddenly submarine.
Suddenly,
suddenly the world's worst the world's most intense marketing campaign for Iron Lung and Logitech controllers.
Suddenly, literal aliens being confirmed by governments. So
okay, those things weren't real. I'm not believing that.
I'm not believing it either, but it is a thing that happened in 2023.
It's true. I mean, the singer from Blink-182 has been telling us all along. And we just didn't listen.
Just don't listen.
I mean, like, I really hope that aliens don't look like they evolved like humanoids. I want them to just be blob people. I don't want them to have anything resembling a human structure. I want them to be little blorbos.
But just on a completely unrelated note, I just want to point.
Max being the fun police.
I know.
Us back
no, bringing us back to the previous tangent we went on. Oh no, it's cut off. Wait. Okay. No.
This is not going to work. Dude.
This is going to work. There it is. It's
also,
coming in.
Are you conveniently hiding your media back there with the Steam page?
That didn't work out as I intended. Either way, I just want to point out, even with the long departure from the show, without counting today's episode, Wuten is still on a shared number 829. Wait, it's still cut off? No, it's visible. Like,
Yep, I see it.
Tied with Chi-Chi. Yes.
Tied with Chi-Chi. If after today, he will be on a shared 6th place with Wolfhead and Michael.
Oh, well,
right.
looks like once Chi-Chi comes back from Australia, I have to give her a fighting chance.
On that note, Emerald is still somehow on number 2.
We gotta get Emerald to be the last guest. Sorry to be planning the awkward cast while we're having
you're
one
fine.
with you, Wooten, but like we need to get Emerald for the last show of the year somehow, so that way he could be like, I fucking cinched my title, damn it. I'm the 2nd place boy.
Brilliant.
Yeah, but we have a lot of runner-ups.
We have Wooten today, not these other people.
Exactly.
Put them away. Put them away.
Those disgusting
Wooten,
people.
It has been 3 years. Sorry.
It has.
But for
It's
the
okay.
people who haven't been here for 3 years before that, who are you? What do you do? And why should people care?
Well, hello everyone. My name is Wuten. I'm a voice actor. I voice many different things, mostly My Little Pony related, as you can see from the scrolling there. Oftentimes of an 18+ variety.
Oh
but,
my.
Ooh,
But yes.
feed on Maine.
Not yet. Not yet. That's for the OnlyFans.
Not yet.
That's the OnlyFans at 500K. Anyway.
Oh.
Anywho. I do voice acting. I've been branching out into over the pandemic area. I've been branching out into D&D, doing that, streaming on the weekends. But yeah, mostly just voice acting things.
I do Celestia for him a lot.
You also did Pinky for me a couple of times.
Is there some way we could put Biffany in one of the readings somehow?
I mean, that's the thing. Somebody needs to write a fiction that has a Biffany character.
To have the Biffany, yeah.
Oh, we need... okay, here's my pitch. Here's my pitch, guys. There has to be MLP fanfics that do the bimbofication, like, fetish thing. Have you ever seen the bimbofication transformation artworks?
You have. I have stories to tell about that. Oh my god.
Oh,
but
tell
yes,
me a story.
I know. Okay, so I was searching for stories to script up for audio plays, and understandably, I am looking through Anon in Equestria. That's sort of my shtick when it comes to stories that I read, and going on to FemFiction first to try and see if I can get like a prose story before going over to grab like a green text story. There were so many stories with bimbofication as like either the main fetish or like a tangential aspect of the main fetish, and it was very interesting to say the least.
I am so happy.
If I could probably find a bimbofication
How
Celestia
many of them were Twilight? Because Twilight fully encapsulates
so many
the
of them. Holy
the image
shit.
of
That was
smart woman looks by, puts down book, grow boob, and the reverse of or big
lip
tit
fillers.
lady walks, find book, read, become nerd girl.
Yeah.
If you wanna become smarter, apparently get a breast reduction and dye your hair brown. That is apparently by science what you're supposed to do.
Apparently.
All this bimbofication talk, I need to hug something smart looking.
Is that the Drawfee horse?
That's the Jacob horse.
That's
Jacob
cute.
horse.
It has by now a canonic voice because Jacob Horse has voiced a bunch of advertisements on their end. So
Nice.
I will not try to do canon voice for Jacob Horse. It's just Jacob Horse.
Well, good job, Jacob Horse.
Wait, why am I hugging Jacob Horse? I have
Okay, now
I have
we're
smart
getting to
character.
the ADHD portion of the
Exactly.
show where Max
I love it.
can't focus on one
Whee!
thing, and now needs to
I
show
love
his
it.
stuffy collection.
That's the thing. I never
Speaking
was
of,
a plushie guy, but here's a smart character that nobody gets to bimbify. No, other way.
unless
No, see, that's the thing
Unless
though. There are so many
that's-
bimbification arts that is reverse bimbification where they gain glasses at the end and everything.
No, take
Yeah.
them off. Take them off.
If you get Jacob Horse and put the glasses on it, you're going to unbimbify Jacob Horse.
Let's
Yes.
see how it looks.
yes.
I should not have thrown it all the way back. Wait, I can reach it. Okay. I got this. Ugh. Okay.
Oh, see, your plush Wuten is at the end of bimbification,
okay.
not the reverse one.
So, I have the plushie, I take the glasses, and I already, for smart Jacob Horse, I have to hold it in place since there is no magnet on the other end. Oh, but the eyes are just the right way
we
apart.
can't see it.
I know. And are you ready? Big reveal?
Sure. That's a squid.
That.
That's cute though.
That is
And it
cute,
has
though.
nice.
It looks like if Harry Potter became an octopus.
It does, doesn't it?
Anyways.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. Yeah!
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Hey
baby.
guys, look, it's A&Y's pony soda.
The mane
That
is
was my plan all
blue.
along.
Perfect.
Thank you for doing that.
The mane isn't blue. It's not me.
Wait, keep it on
screen.
screen. Keep it on screen. Wait, keep it on screen for like 1 second.
Oh wait, no, you're going to Photoshop it blue, aren't you?
Thank you. And now we'll
Yes.
get back to the show proper.
Eddie. Oh, good.
So, yeah, never trust me when I say, hey, stay on screen a bit longer.
Just a bit longer.
I hope you got.
Speaking of plushies, real quick.
Yeah.
Back at BabsCon, got a Wuten plush. I had
Who made that
commissioned
for you,
it.
by the way? Because I imagine you
Name
commissioned
the
it. No one just
I
walked
did
up to you and
commission
was
it.
like, hey,
No.
I made you.
I made.
That's how my
got
plush
it.
was made. I didn't ask for
Oh.
it.
Damn.
Yeah, Starry
all right.
Flame just made it for me and gave it to, well, the first key plush, she gave it to DeWilstonator, and DeWilstonator gave it to me because I didn't go to the BronyCon that year. And then the next BronyCon, which was the 2017 one, she gave it to me. So I had 2 key plushes, and I made that everyone's problem throughout the weekend. I wish I still had the photos, because I kept putting them on Max's shoulders.
Oh yeah.
And Max just looked really annoyed the entire time because it was just 2 keys in stereo.
Talking about purgatory, am I right?
On your purgatory, don't worry.
But
yeah,
to answer
go
the
ahead.
question real quick, it was Violet Rose is her name. I just went and looked it up. But yeah, she made that one, and then she also made this one that Sabrina got a couple years back of Octavia.
Oh, that one's
Yeah.
cute. I like that.
That's a cute one. I use it to prevent my cat from walking behind my monitor.
Oh
I use
god.
it as a
It also
stopgap.
prevented me.
Oh no!
Oh shit!
You unmade key.
What happened?
Why does this keep happening?
I don't know. I'm not talking about multiverse, universe altering shenanigans until the media segment.
Wink, wink, notch, notch.
But yeah, Wuten, what have you been up to recently? We don't talk about our weeks anymore, so be interesting or we'll kill you.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, our pirate campaign for D&D is gearing up to finish like their second story arc of the campaign. They're going to be trying to conquer this little fort that's on an island, and so they're going to be charging in with their 3 sailing ships and seeing what happens.
For this game?
Yes, I am the DM for this campaign.
How hard is it to keep them under control? Every D&D
surprisingly
group
not.
has. Really?
Mm-hmm.
You lucky
We've
bastard.
been playing since 2015, so we have a pretty good idea of how everyone's tendencies when it comes to how they play their characters, how they interact, and it's actually it actually makes for some very entertaining moments, as well as an understanding of how to proceed in terms of how players like to play versus how they mesh, how well they mesh with the rest of the group. So.
That's great. I tried doing a one-shot with people like a month or 2 ago. I wasn't the DM. I was the bard, and that was a mistake for everyone involved. Well, I'm always the bard, and people just need to bar me from being a bard, because I am the bard that will always use vicious mockery as every move.
Nice.
And they're like,
that
"Do you
works.
want to roll a check for something first?" No. I'm gonna
stupid
insult
bitch.
the ether. Fuck your mother.
Insult the lock on the door.
I'm trying to. I mean, like, I think I remember one time I did just I did do vicious mockery on a door once because I was like, maybe it's a mimic door, because things were coming to life and trying to eat us throughout the campaign.
Right. Fair enough.
And then the DM scolded me, being like, "You can't. You rolled a high roll insulting this door, but it did nothing because it's a door." And it's like,
well, given the circumstances.
Given the circumstances, don't judge me for having whimsy in a D&D game.
Yeah. And if it would have been a mimic, who would have been laughing, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Like, if they have set it up, I'll actually say this. If they set it up to where it's established that this area that you're in has mimics in it, and they are actively being mimics, totally understandable to attack the door. Yeah, exactly. In fact, I would have actually, if I were the DM of that game and you did vicious mockery on the door, I would have actually made it a mimic.
Even if it wasn't.
Just generated a mimic right there. Because that would have been satisfying to pay off. Yeah.
Exactly. I really want to DM a game of D&D where the world is extremely, extremely, extremely normal and the team is the weirdos that just exist. Like, they just arrive in, like, real-life New York City or something, and they are just the menaces on society.
There are game systems for that. It's not necessarily 5e, because that's, set in fantasy, whatever. But there are plenty of game systems where it is literally like everything is mundane except for the characters and then like the villains and their minions.
You cast fireball on the bank teller, and then they die, and everyone is calling the cops.
Yes, the sprinklers are going off. The building, the fire alarms are going.
You need to get arrested. Your paladin loses their sword of light because you can't have
weapons
can't have swords
in a building. Yeah.
Anyways, well, I am glad your D&D campaign is going well. I can't imagine doing a D&D campaign for that many years.
Yeah. Well, luckily, it's multiple different campaigns. We went from 2015 to 2020 for our first set, and now from 2020 till now is our second set of campaigns.
With pirates.
Yeah, with the pirates.
But you're playing off screen or is there a place for the people
streaming.
to... Ah!
We are streaming the game every... we alternate the campaigns, so we have one that's sort of like more of a general fantasy adventuring party. That
did I just find it?
Yeah.
I believe I just found
it. You
them.
just go to live.
Yeah!
And so Pirates of the Red Isles is the pirate campaign that I'm running, and then Keonan Legacies is the adventuring party that Goody Serenade is running. So, yeah, a lot of good stuff there.
There you go. Your life is so active. But I need to know, in this active life that you live, have you been consuming any media? Great transition.
I have, actually.
Oh my.
Do tell.
What might it be?
I believe my shared thing was from a couple of weeks back, but
you haven't been here in 3 years. You can you have a vast pool of media to pick from.
Vast array of things. But a couple of weeks ago, I got a commission for a shitpost where I just say moist with like reverb on it, and I decided, you know what, I'm gonna make a little video on it. Oblivion Fall edited, like animated it into like a proper animated clip, and then Duct Tape Pwn remixed it into a music clip.
Is that
I see two moists here.
It's the return of moist. The grid.
Moist. Oh my. I mean, you have probably heard it.
You gotta love Christian's animation skills.
It's so good.
Moist. Indeed, that is.
I wish people could commission me to just say a word.
So was this your media?
Yeah.
So
I guess so. I mean, technically qualifies.
Yeah. I will also. I also shared the audio clip that Duct Tape Pwn played.
Sure. I mean, we won't hear it, but Max can play it for the audience.
Exactly. Because we love our audience more than we love ourselves.
They all right.
But yeah, so
where's the clip?
Oh,
probably still uploading.
I thought you were putting it in the chat or something.
Who did you just send it to? Did you send it to your mom again?
No, I didn't. I promise.
Wuten, darling, you sent me another one of them audio files. It says a weird word, doesn't it?
You know what?
Oh no, it happened.
2015.
2015. Okay, great year.
I get a text from my mom complaining about the things that I'm posting in 2015. I had to nuke my Twitter because that's where she found it. And then, like, a month later, I recreated it to the Twitter that it is right now. But I used to have the @Wuten Twitter account. But then I had to delete it and then remake it.
Because your mom found out.
Because my mom found out.
I couldn't look her in the eye until I nuked that Twitter.
Oh god. Now she's like, yeah, it's fine. Whatever. As long as you're
I can't control you
happy.
anymore. It's been like 7 years. What can I do?
But yeah, I guess I can play it.
Yes, play it.
I will do a countdown key so you can listen to it at the same time. And react. And I guess Wuten, you technically too, so you know what we are laughing or cringing about.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, for everybody, I'm starting the audio in 3, 2, 1. Click. More. No, it paused for some reason. Oh. Why did it pause at 1 second in? This was a horrific development. Okay, let's try.
How do you fail at pressing play?
I have no idea. Let me refresh the entire fucking page.
Alright, going back. How did you fail at pressing a button?
Wait, maybe if I play it through the app and not through the app version, maybe it runs more fluent in here. I usually go to the Discord app version so I don't interfere with this here, so that my cursor is everywhere visible. But let's try it again. Okay, pressing the button in 3, 2, 1, click. It stopped again at 1 second. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, I guess I download this mofo.
Man, we are at the peak of professionalism today.
And it also downloads very slowly.
No, don't say
that. Welcome to the post show. This was a short one today.
But I love the music. It's very that one remix of Critical that got animated by the One Nipple at a Time kind of thing with you. Moist.
Yeah,
this is such.
It's only 10 megabytes.
It fucking slaps, you know.
That's a 2009 EDM you got there.
Mm-hmm. It fucking slaps.
It does.
I was not The thing is, he did it in like an hour.
Of course he did.
Yeah, it was wild.
Creatures of Chaos usually produce things at fast speeds.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, is this? Let me see if this corner is visible. Just to share. Yes, it is visible. So if you look very closely, what it says up here, Wuten Moist Track, 10 megabyte. Oh, it's resuming. It's currently even pausing the download. I saw 2 hours here a moment ago.
Oh my god.
Or a clip?
Oh, and then it's 13 minutes and 8 minutes we can hear this clip. 5. Oh my god, we are getting places right now.
Chugging along.
I mean, I am streaming. The stream is coming through good, so I guess it's priority. Which I'm glad.
We have to vamp for like 5 minutes.
I guess we return to it. We
can talk about your stuff.
Exactly. Let's.
No, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna be in the middle of talking about Fionna and Cake, and then Max is going to blast.
Did somebody say Fionna and Cakey? Go ahead.
Hey.
Yes. I've been watching the new Adventure Time show Fionna and Cake on Max, and
right here.
God, it's so good, man. Like, I'm gonna try to be as spoiler free as possible, which makes this really hard, because like, it is honestly probably the best Adventure Time thing ever made.
It's very good. It's very good.
It is, like, wonderfully serialized. This handles multiverse so well that it's almost disgusting. Like, I'm just like, I thought that I was sick of multiverse stories, that I just can't get into them anymore, and then Fionna and Cake come by, and it's like, wait, what? And how they handle how Fionna and Cake exist is like, this actually makes so much sense.
It does, yeah. And it's also, like, a lot more mature than what they were able to do with Adventure Time.
It is rated TV-14.
Yeah.
And it's actually very grown up with its audience. Like, characters say damn and ass and hell just so casually. Like,
I was about
to say
that should not be.
I know, but for Adventure Time.
American TV, I know.
You know, like, I think also Prismo says shit at one point.
Le gasp.
Oh, like, shit.
Because I think I think at one point, no context here, I think he's typing on a computer and he's like, shit, did I just make Finn and Jake? Like, and it sounds, and you don't even notice it at first because it's so casual.
Yeah.
But the thing that also makes it very mature is they handle stuff in a more mature way. It's not mature for the sake of shock or, you know, it's not sex, drugs, and rock and roll kind of mature. It's actually
it's like emotionally mature. Yeah.
It's emotionally mature. Though I have to say, I feel like when they pitched this show, they were trying to pitch a show about Simon, and Cartoon Network said, no one wants that. So they're like, okay, how about a multiverse story with Fionna and Cake? Okay, that sounds good, we'll do it.
Right.
Suckers, and they take off the mask and it's the Simon Show. Because the show is basically about Simon.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I guess, like... Okay, spoilers for the people who have never watched, let alone, not even the Adventure Time finale, who haven't watched, like, anything Adventure Time revolving around Ice King, I guess. Which, man... What rock have you lived under for the good part of, like, a decade and a half?
Right.
Simon is Ice King. So Simon Petrikov is what Ice King was before he put on the crown. And then the crown turned him into Ice King. Yippity yappity doo. And in this series, he's turned back into Simon. But, you know, he's a not magical person in a magical world. So he feels very out of place. And I can't talk about the other stuff with his girlfriend, because then we go into spoilers for the finale. And I know someone here who somehow, after so many years, still has avoided what happens in the finale of Adventure Time.
We tried keeping watching Adventure Time during TV time, and for some reason we have started and finished entire shows in between.
I know. It's not the fact we haven't watched it. Yeah. It's more I'm just shocked that you haven't been informed what happens at the end. Cuz like
spoiler.
I'm surprised you haven't been spoiled. Especially with Fionna and Cake out, because there's probably spoilers in the artwork.
Probably. What's that?
What have you not seen?
The thing that's downloaded, if you can tell.
Okay.
But yeah.
Wow, Windows Media Player.
Wow.
Yeah, I haven't listened to a downloaded audio file in so forever. Now, the days where you listen to your MP3 collections are like a decade gone. I now have YouTube, Spotify. I believe that.
But yes, so like, there's different universes with this. There's like, Fionna and Cake's universe, for some reason, is now more normal. So, like, Marshall is not a vampire anymore. Marshall is just a human. Still played by Childish Gambino, which I'm happy about.
Yeah.
And instead of being a prince, Prince Gumball is just a dude named Gary.
Just a dude named Gary.
Gary.
His name is Gary Prince, and he works at a bakery. And I love him, and he's not voiced by Neil Patrick Harris, but I'm not upset about that.
Yeah.
The dude's had 3 different voice actors at this point, because Neil Patrick Harris bowed out of playing Gumball after the Marshall Lee episode.
Yeah.
And I'd rather Andrew Rannells, Mr. Book of Mormon, play it than Tom Kenny again. Also, the voice acting in this show is great. Oh, for fuck's sake, hold on.
This entire stream is like technical disasters.
I love the voice acting, especially for Simon. Like, Tom Kenny is a goat amongst voice actors.
He always has been, always will be.
I mean, he was already great as Ice King in the main show. Like, he's good at playing a very sad old man. And in this show, he gets to bring that up to an 11 with sad old man. Like, I've never heard Tom play a character so tired. In the first episode... But yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, it's just very interesting to see, like, his range of emotions that he's able to convey. You know, he's got... But he's Ice King, you know, he's very jovial and
pretty fly.
He's fly. Yeah.
There's a scene from one episode of the original Adventure Time. I think it's the Simon and Marcy episode, where he had to put on the crown to protect Marcy because they thought there was like a creature and it was just a deer. Yeah. And you hear him, and you know, Marcy gets the crown off of him, and he's like, "You started floating in the air. Oh, did I look pretty fly?" And then he finally snaps out of it, and he goes back into the Simon voice. And it is scary just how it just sounds like 2 different people because of how you acted.
Yeah, it's so wild.
Like, I love his Ice King, and him playing Simon's great. There's a monologue he has in second episode, which is titled Simon, where Simon's at a bar and he just starts talking, and it's like, this is Adventure Time?
What?
This is a
cover.
speech deck.
Yeah.
This is like legit. There's some monologues and dialogue in here, especially from Simon, that's like, this could be BoJack Horseman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, he gets really like, what's the point kind of ism in here.
Kind of vibes, yeah.
Also, not a spoiler, who was the storyboard artist that like caked Simon up like because there is just a scene where Prismo teleports Simon to the cube while Simon's in the shower and he's just completely naked.
As most people are in the shower.
No frontal thing. This is only TV-14, but my god, like, how can you be depressed with all that ass?
The show's called Fionna and Cake. Might not have been referring to the cat.
And also, Fionna and Cake are fantastic. I really love Fionna in this show because it shows like she's not just a gender bent version of Finn anymore. They handle things in two completely different ways, and I really like that. And I think this show just allows everyone to shine in ways that they couldn't. Like, there's a whole like universe in one episode where the roles are flipped, where Ice King is the smart scientific one, and Bubblegum is the crazy person. And it's still the voice of Bubblegum playing her, and you would not recognize it at first, because she's so good at being fucking nuts. And it's like, you can't be the sweet-voiced Bubblegum that I've grown up with. You can't be the person who's also the voice of Starfire. You sound like a crazy person. Also, Brian David Gilbert gets to play Ice King in that universe, and I fucking love that, because I have seen so many animations of Brian David Gilbert's Sonic is a God monologue to Winter King, and it's so fucking good. It's like, either Sonic is a god or can kill a god.
Oh my god.
And
Brilliant.
Yeah. So and also, not a spoiler if you don't know the context, there's a character played by the voice of Bandit from Bluey, and it's very funny because he does say, nice speech, say goodbye to your legs, and it sounds just like funny blue dog dad.
Wow.
Funny blue dog dad about to take your legs.
Good. About to take
but
your
yes,
legs off.
I think Fionna and Cake is a good enough Adventure Time thing to make people go back to watching Adventure Time.
Right.
And that is a hard pitch because Adventure Time has so much.
Yeah, it is.
Look, I don't know. Go on Reddit and find a slimmed down list of the episodes. You don't need to watch every episode of Adventure Time to get what's going on in Fionna and Cake.
Right.
Which is also, if a show has so many episodes that it makes sense to create lists of the necessary ones in the first place. Then you have other shows.
One Piece all the time, man.
I mean, but I assume with One Piece it's probably... with One Piece it's... I was about to say, like, there's especially among anime, probably the ones where they point out, you can skip from here to here because it is anime-only filler episodes.
Right.
But here we are talking, like, in this regular show, here are the individual ones that I must watch.
Right.
Well, I mean, like, yeah, because this one is... Look, Here's Cosmic's advice to you if you want to watch Fionna and Cake. Watch every Fionna and Cake episode just because. There's only like 4. Watch any episode that is about Ice King's descent into madness. So any Simon and Marcy episode. Watch anything that's about the Lich. You'll thank me later. And then basically just watch the mini-series that take place at the end of Adventure Time. So Elements, Stakes, and then, because the last few seasons are just mini-series.
Right.
And then watch Distant Lands. No reason. Just watch Distant Lands.
Just watch
it's
it.
Good.
Yeah.
But yet, like, those are only, like, Easter eggs at that point for Fionna and Cake. But, like, that's your required viewing. You could probably slim down Adventure Time to a good 30 or 30 some episodes if you just go with the things that need to be watched so you can fully understand what's going on in Fionna and Cake. However, I do have a friend named Gerber who's been watching Fionna and Cake, actively enjoying it, and he's barely watched any Adventure Time. So that's a pretty decent recommendation. Basically, though, he does have Sarah next to him, so if he doesn't know a lore thing, he just kind of asks Sarah, and Sarah gives a basic skinny.
Diatribe.
But apparently you don't even really need the lore, because it's not hard to follow, but I feel like you don't get as much emotional investment if you don't know the background. So
Right, yeah.
So yeah, get back to watching Adventure Time. It's a good show. There's a lot of filler. You could pretty much ignore everything before Holly Jolly Secrets. But yeah, you know, Fionna and Cake's really fucking good. It's probably one of the best animated things to come out of 2023. And that's saying something. We've been eating pretty damn good in 2023 animation.
We have been, yeah.
Yeah, so that's my time. On to you, Max.
Now I believe it's time to return to Wuten.
Oh, moist time.
Third time's the charm.
Moist time, okay.
Third time's the charm. Let's see it.
Everybody is ready? Everybody has the little play ready? So we can listen together?
Okay, yes,
3,
yes, sir.
2, 1, click.
Moist.
Inspiration comes from the most interesting of places.
It really does. It really does.
That's one way to put it.
I would have loved if you pressed played and you accidentally paused it again after all this trouble of downloading it.
Yeah, but something is weird with my internet. Somebody also mentioned, I only noticed now in the chat, something about buffering, but that could be only on their end because nobody confirmed that this is entire stream of buffering.
Twitch thing. More, I feel like more people would actively complain because Twitch chats are usually crybabies about lag and buffering.
Yeah.
I think so,
Where they
yeah.
feel like
F
the
in
best
the chat.
inclination to have is to spam the word lag over and over as if that will stop the lag. Fun fact, doesn't have the same
not how
rules
that
as
works.
Tinkerbell, man. It's not an I do believe in fairies type of thing.
Anyways.
Yeah, go
But yeah,
go.
the final one, it will be hard to top the moist track, whatever, with it. Or
The critical moist.
Yeah, the critical moist. But yeah, I started to play a game that I was ogling for the longest time now, and I wish I could give an uncritical.
I know this animator who did the animation
Really?
for this intro. Yeah, I followed them.
Ah. But yeah, I was really counting on being able to make an absolutely uncritical love declaration to the game. I have notes. I haven't even been able to finish the game yet, not because it starts
so bad. It's so awful.
Exactly, no, not because of that, but because it becomes a little bit more of a shooing experience later on. So maybe to explain a little bit. One explanation, actually the statement that sold me on this game, I'm doing it again, right? Starting in so negative that you are like, oh, this can't be anything good. And then later I turn around and actually say all the good stuff. And you're like, wait, this didn't sound right in the beginning.
I'm looking over on my other
Oh
screen
my.
because I'm looking for the animator who does the intro, like little animated segments. Because that's an objectively really good part about the game is the modeling and animations.
I would agree.
Modeling indeed.
Yeah. Even so, there are notes there too. No, it's like it's mostly nitpicky things. So the game. So what originally sold me, and I already saw, especially as you mentioned, the design, the graphics, the appearance was what already got me interested quite a while ago. But what finally sold it for me was that somebody was like, yeah, it's Racketeer. It's basically Racketeer. And for those not in the know, Racketeer is a game that exists.
I know that one.
Yeah, I know too. And is this me being logged in? No, this is not me being logged in. Okay. let's see how bad it is. Okay. I'm not sure myself.
I mean, is it supposed to be us looking at the Steam store?
No, now we're looking at the actual Steam library. Okay, Racketeer, I don't know how bad it is. I'm pretty sure that it is 3 digits of hours spent in this game.
Let's see it. Oh man.
So almost.
Look at that.
It's very small.
I can't see. Yeah, it's very tiny.
It is very tiny, but I am I haven't played it since 2015, but I was able to accumulate a solid 278.7 hours in this game, which probably makes it among my top 5 or so ranked. I could have just gone to that list, couldn't I? Wait, where's this list thingy?
What's wrong with you people?
Games.
I would never invest my time that flagrantly into something.
Oh yeah, it is right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's my top 5 game.
Wow.
5th most played game. Only topped by those 4. So you see, I have a little bit of a history of Racketeer, and Racketeer is not a perfect game. It is very flawed. And but it was the first bigger hit about a game where you are not the adventurer, but you run the shop where the adventurer comes to buy their shit.
Yep.
And Potionomics has, I can completely see why they see it. Potionomics was a little bit described as like, yeah, it's basically Racketeer, but without the dungeon crawling elements. Which is like, the dungeon crawling elements are very grindy, especially
the worst part of the game, personally.
For a lot of people. I mean, I played Space Pirates and Zombie accidentally on Nightmare mode without noticing. So I
did not notice.
It was very funny. So I was living with a bunch of friends back then in a shared flat, and I started playing it, and I was like, whoa, great game, and they were like, oh, that looks fun, so they bought it, and even though they started weeks after me, at some point they draw past me in the story, and I'm like, how can this be? Why are you so much better than me? Better. Then we all took a closer look and realized I was playing in nightmare mode the entire time, which basically means you are grinding. You are grinding until you're walking on your gums. It's I can do grinding. Therefore, the dungeon crawling aspect of Racketeer, which, as Wuten just confirmed, is not very popular, that was fine by me. So, but hearing like, okay, Potionomics is basically Racketeer. You are not running an entire adventure equipment shop, but specifically the potion shop. And you still have the adventurers in town that you befriend and then send out to collect shit for you. In this case, potion ingredients. It has all the good stuff. And of course, there's the dating sim aspect, where I'm also like, especially here, look at what's her name again? I forgot it, but she's a setter with like one artificial arm out of out of wood. So
you mean prosthetic? Are you trying to say prosthetic?
I guess prosthetic works also in this context, yeah. But a magically grown wooden arm. Funny that we talked about Adventure Time earlier. And despite her probably being many, many centuries older than the protagonist, she is dateable, and I'm still after her, but the rockstar is also
like
not
Adventure Time.
Wood. Oh, there's a lot of wood in this.
Yes.
In this, yeah. Even the character you saw in the intro, the blue-haired guy, first impression like, Then you get to know him, and it's like, oh no, he is actually likable.
That's how they get you. That's
I know, right?
Fucking get you.
That's how they get you. That's how they get you.
Only the walrus guy is still on my list, but not he is a cinnamon. I love him as a buddy.
The walrus guy?
Yeah, I have to wait. Let me go back to the intro. There's a walrus guy. Wait. I'm pretty sure I saw him in the intro at some point. There's Saffron. There are the cats. The cats have the.
Those are cat people.
Those are cat pirates, and they have the best theme song ever. Meow 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 meow. They literally can't. Yeah.
Like, please tell me it's meows.
Yeah, but they are pirates, so it's basically a pirate shanty, but it's only meows.
Meow, 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 meow.
Basically, it's pretty epic. Okay, we're seeing most of the characters. They must be in this lineup somewhere. Okay.
Night.
Those are just NPCs. Those are I call them NPCs, but they're just random. There's a fun thing about the animations. They basically are like cards, like in an adventure game, but they are animated. Yeah. So they come in, they do a movement. Oh, there he is. There's the walrus guy. There he was.
Go back a bit.
Yeah, I go back a bit. There he is.
Oh, he looks like a friend.
He is a total friend, but he's technically dateable. But sorry, I'm just not into the bear type. I'm pretty sure
I am sorry, fellas. The straight man is not into bears.
I know. I'm pretty sure for all the bear-loving furry players out there, this is the absolute peak.
Most certainly.
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
I know so many. I can envision the fan art.
And he is a cinnamon.
They are going to make him so much hairier.
He is a cinnamon.
It won't be a happy trail. It's a happy forest. Like,
yeah.
God.
Yeah.
But a weird thing about the animation before I start praising it is like, it's like basically normal visual novels, they have the characters being like, oh, a pose. A pose, like still images.
Right.
Here, they always wind up into the pose because it's animation.
Yeah.
But this means that every time they change the pose, it's like a hard cut into another wind-up emotion. And because
so they don't have a transition.
No, exactly.
Okay.
So this is like they wind up in the pose and stay then there permanently until the next line gets dropped, and then your character does the same thing. Then they talking it. So
I mean, I've played enough turn-based RPGs that do that anyways, but it's less egregious because it's a different art style than this very high effort, kind of porny looking art style. So,
but the thing is, like, despite this criticism, I mean, you see it. It looks adorable, and also the emotions themselves. They are very expressive, very strong emotions. It's good. It's great. Just this one aspect disturbs me. But this is a me thing. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one with it. But it is a tiny red flag. Then the
yellow flag.
The dungeon flag. Exactly, the dungeon crawling they have, as promised, completely cut out. You instead just go to your friend in the guild. You basically give them the best potions and tell them where to go, and you see a little bit like just a slideshow of how, a test run, how it would go, and how far they get into the dungeon, and what kind of potions you give them to get further, and then you just click send them away, and they're gone for a few units of the day before they return with loot. So for all the haters of the dungeon crawler, I think that's out. Again,
have you gotten the secret character yet?
Since I don't know which one, I have gotten one secret character.
I mean, there is a possibility you can get this character.
Oh my god!
Do not believe you, because I know this character. Therefore, I do not. Just to share it, if you know the character, you don't.
The rest of us.
You don't. If you know this character, you know this character. You don't need to point out from where. If you know, you know. And this character, I am very sure, is not a hidden character in this game.
I have a particular set of skills in having really funny things that are secret call-outs based on people's reactions. This is one of them.
Nice picture. Nice picture.
Hat knows who it is. I loved it.
Same character, different picture. But back to the game.
But yes, go back to your thing.
Going back to my thing. I guess we're doing great with showing more of the video. Oh yeah, here is. Did we see how to attend adventure? So then they introduced, however, another mechanic for also the people who know. Racketeer, there is, if you run a shop, there is a haggling mechanic, because one of the few things you can do as a shop owner besides getting goods, placing them on shelves, and counting your profit afterwards. is haggling. I believe in Racketeer the haggling mechanic was also not very deep. It was just like, go 10% up in price and see if they accept it.
Right.
In Racketeer, there is an entire card deck building mechanic behind it. Here we have an example. You see the price. You can get stressed out, and then you play a card, and the card does something to the price and to the willingness of the character to accept it and whatnot. And oh boy, this person had a very bad build deck. Just seeing, because those 3 cards all can only be played if they are one of the last 3 cards. So there are 3 cards that block each other, but thankfully they can just play this one. Oh no, this card actually draws 3 new ones. Oh no!
Oh, they're screwed.
They have built a very... Okay, and that's
God,
also...
you fucking nerds. Let me just take your lunch money. Like, my God.
But yeah, the card builder, maybe it's just once again a me thing. I am not too big into deck building games, but it's like, I built my deck, I have a pretty solid deck. I only need to change it for boss battles, but it's like, you have so many cards, and you unlock by interactions with the people, and I'm like, yeah, but... I this card is nice, but I only have a stronger card that does a similar thing, and you only can have 20 cards in your deck. So there's only so much room you can experiment or put useful stuff in there. And then you also you have then finisher cards, but if you have too many finisher cards, then you cannot get the price properly up. If you have too few, you don't get one at the right time. So I have like 2 or 3 finisher cards and hope they come around when I'm ready to finish. Because it's the mechanic. It's the haggling itself is fun once you have your deck building. I'm pretty sure for passionate deck builders, this is probably a wet dream. For me, it's like.
So when do I get to use polymerization and make Blue Eyes and the 3-headed Blue Eyes White Dragon? And summon Exodia.
Final level, definitely final level. But yeah, to wrap up all the details, and maybe drop the final red flag. Why I am so hesitant? It starts a little bit to drag later on. You get just more ingredients. I now have over 100 ingredients to pick off. Then you have the potion mixing part. I'm pretty sure. Wait, that was a picture. There, they have the potion mixing part, where you then try to perfectly align the right amount of aspects of the ingredients, and you and you need to perfectly balance them. You have hundreds of ingredients to pick from to then get exactly the right proportions for the one you want to mix. Try to avoid negative aspects, and it's just like fiddling forever. I heard that Jacob from Drawfee did a Let's Play dream. Man. Yeah, exactly. I have the horse not reach anymore, but yeah, that guy also, he does Let's Plays, and he had to stop streaming this game after 1 or 2 streams because the math was getting too much. He was just sitting there doing math and fiddling, and it becomes quite I have my tedious. 4 cauldrons. Yeah, tedious, and I have my 4 cauldrons that I then want to put all the potions in, and I need to see my order list and what I need for my adventures, and it becomes quite a chore. All the stuff is still there. The haggling is still fun. The characters are still fun. Technically, the potion mixing is also fun, but it becomes more. And with you have like 5 stages, I believe, 5 bosses to defeat. And after every boss, it another layer gets put. Yeah, it expands with every single one, and it's more potions, more cauldrons, more cauldron places, more ingredients. It just becomes very time consuming the further you get along in the game. It's absolutely not like the last game I played before this, like Shipbreaker, where you can just go in. I hadn't played Shipbreaker for a couple weeks, returned to an old save game, went in there. I was in the middle of taking a ship apart, but it was no problem. I was like, okay, here's a ship. Okay, jumping right in, and the muscle memory came back, and everything was good. In this game, you need to plan out your day. You need to plan out your potions. And there is also not a good interface that allows you to check on stuff while you are in certain other parts of the game. So you are like, oh, what do I need to do? So this is sadly something that keeps it for me from being a wholehearted recommendation. But in general, it's good shit. I'm having a good time, but towards the end, it becomes a little bit, oh no, it's done. I guess we already have the art of the week next week. For next week, so and I was a little bit worried that you didn't capture a good expression. You captured the perfect expression.
You know it, baby.
Great.
This is epic.
That.
This is epic.
That is. So I think this encapsulates your feelings towards the game. You have the happy part of you that had fun, and the real you is your notes.
Basically. But yeah, sorry. You see, I have feelings about this game, otherwise I wouldn't have rambled on for that long. I'm sorry for that. I got carried away there.
You can see the passion in
It's fine. You have passion.
I want to love it. I really want to love it. Unambitious.
You talking so long was able to get my brain to function enough to be like, I could make a Meru joke, which makes me happy.
Well.
Do you know that the voice of Legoshi is actually in one of the Meru the Succubus shorts?
No, I didn't. What the fuck?
So, I don't remember which one, because I have watched all these shorts. Because at a certain point, it's just really well animated. So it's like, I'm more like watching like, man, this is high quality. And kind of fascinating, because there's a plot. But there is an episode where Meru goes into a locker room.
Oh, yeah.
And one of the guys in there is Legoshi?
One of the guys is Jonas Scott. Like, it's either that or someone who sounds dead ass like him. But you listen to it, and then you hear one person be like, do you do anal? And it's Jonah. It's just Legoshi. It's just a sniper mask. Like, it's just like, I was like rewinding to parts being like, is that fucking Jonas Scott?
What the fuck?
Yeah, like,
is he in porn?
I mean, you'd actually be surprised how many anime voice actors are in.
I know.
Like, fucking the voice of not Kid Yugi, the grown-up Yugi when he uses the Millennium Puzzle.
Dan Green.
Yeah. Dan Green's been in hentai.
He started in hentai, in fact.
I know this for a fact.
Yeah, I remember. I've seen it.
I need a cinema snuff version of old hentai watchers, because my god, retro hentai is the funniest fucking shit.
It is something
especially
else, let me
dubbed.
Yes, dubbed hentai from back in the day.
Back in the day, man, it didn't take a lot dialogue-wise to. But yeah, so there you go.
We're finally giving all the Wuten fans that came here what they were tuning in
what
for.
They were expecting.
Yeah, I mean, this was also, but yeah, Meru is one of my if you know call out things, because I wait to see people's reactions. The only other thing I have is a sound effect, because Discord has soundboards now, which is the worst idea ever.
Oh yeah.
And I have a sound effect that I kept isolated for shit posting. Mm-hmm. And it reveals how deep people go on the internet, because it releases a very visceral reaction. I'll play it.
Let's hear it.
Do you have a suspicion of what that is, Wuten?
I know what that is.
Oh, he has not a suspicion, he knows.
Oh god, it's been years.
For people who don't know the video One Man, One Jar.
Yeah.
It is a video of a man who stuck a jar
into his ass
where the sun don't shine. And that noise is the moment that the jar bursts inside of him. And
I very painful.
I have kept that noise file isolated for such a long time. It's in a DA Games video. It's hidden in a DA Games video I edited. And I kept that secret for 2 years and revealed it at RoboCon. And everyone at the panel, like, all slowly turned and looked at me, except for Oblivion, who was like...
Who knew?
No, he didn't know. Oh. He was proud.
Oh, he didn't know? Oh, damn.
I didn't tell anyone. I was like, I'm just going to put this very quietly in the background. But like, yeah, that's my entering noise when I enter servers, and so I get a reaction of, oh, it's Chrissy, and why? It's great. If you don't know what that was, I'm sorry. You had
You're
a much
welcome.
better unmitigated internet experience than a lot of us.
I actually did.
I mean, like...
Good for me, I guess.
I mean, good for you. I don't know if you were in the generation that was sent and or was curious enough to look up 2 Girls, 1 Cup. Because I feel like that's the splitting... where the Lord splits you kind of thing.
Yeah, that's the line split.
That's the thing. I knew what it was. I haven't seen it.
Did you actively avoid it?
No, here's the thing. I have been told what it is. Then I was at a friend's place who was very advanced for his time. He had his computer, whatever, already hooked up to his big TV in the living room, which nowadays basically everybody has. But back then there needed to actually be some cable magic and whatnot. And I'm like, hey, guys, you know what we need to check out? 2 Girls, 1 Cup. So there were like 3 or 4 guys. And then he put it on, and I left the room or turned away or whatever. So I haven't seen it, but I heard all their reactions. I always was a troll.
I will never forget the music in that video.
Am I still here?
Yeah, you're back.
Yes.
I can't. Okay, so please, I'm sorry. Can you go back? The last thing I heard was your friend had the computer connected to a big TV.
Oh, okay, yeah, to the big TV in his living room. So I told, we were like 3 or 4 guys, and I basically told them, you know what, we totally need to watch 2 Girls, 1 Cup. So he put it on, and I basically left the room. Or turned away, so I still haven't seen it to this day, but I heard their reactions.
Brilliant.
Evil! You are an evil man!
Oh, God, I love it.
Wait, what was your, 2-1? It doesn't have as much grasp as 9/11, but what was your 2-1 day, Wuten? Did you look it up or did someone send it to you? That's usually the...
No, I looked it up. I think it was... God, it must have been, like, middle school or something. God.
Middle school?
It was either middle school or, like,
we're
first, like, freshman year high school. Me and my friends were just fucking around on the internet. And I don't even remember who it was, but one of the guys was like, hey, look up 2 Girls, 1 Cup. Mm-hmm. And me being me, I was just like, all right, whatever. I still remember the music to this day.
It's such. It's so
that will
iconic.
That will never leave my memory.
I feel like that's like a trauma response if that music starts playing. That everyone's like, huh? Where's it coming from?
Wait, what?
Where do I know not to look?
Yeah, exactly. You're just
Mine was a much
I need
more
to
nefarious...
find where that sound is coming from so I can actively avoid it.
Mine is more, not nefarious, self-serving, I guess. I didn't want to go into school one day.
Oh.
So, and I knew that, you know, I can handle fairly gory things. There's one thing I can't handle. Body fluid. I can't handle vom, can't handle shit, you know, like a normal person should.
Like a normal person.
So I was like, okay, I know how to make myself throw up so I don't need to go to school. I heard about this video, and I looked up 2 Girls, 1 Cup, watched it, and threw up all over my bedroom because I got so grossed out. I ate breakfast and watched that video. Didn't have to go to school that day.
And then didn't have breakfast anymore. Oh god.
Yeah, look, I'm just saying, I pat my past self on the back for very few things. That was one of them. That was a 4D chess move of like, hey, you don't want to go to school today? Let's traumatize yourself. And now look at me now.
And
look at me now. Anyways, art of the week is not Meru. It's this lovely art made by Lizzie.
Yeah.
Watch 3 Idiots. Coming soon to a theater near you.
Yeah, and I believe it was still a once again was a reference to...
Yeah, it was a reference to you, to your icon popping up so much.
Because there was barking dog in the background and my icon went like...
I love how
Good
chaotic
times.
Lizzie draws things.
Yeah. Great style. Great
Lauren
style.
looks so concerned. Which isn't too far off of her expression in the PNG tuber for the show.
Oh,
which
but
is always slight concern.
I just realized worst fan art ever. Disown Lizzie, burn down the picture. Your character has a nose.
Oh god,
Oh, yeah.
disown. It
at
goes against the lore! Okay.
Angry message to Lizzie right away, like, Lizzie, how dare you!
How dare you!
I was
Lizzie,
about...
you got some splaining to do.
I was about
singing your praises. I
Yeah.
was gonna share your commission sheet. Not anymore, young person.
She had
Anyways,
it coming. She had
but
it
yes,
coming.
thank you for the fan art, Lizzie. I appreciate you.
Except for the
Looks
nose.
very
Max
nice.
doesn't. Max tries to find. Max turns lemonades into lemons because sugar is bad for you.
It's actually true. Sugar is very unhealthy and
It
you
is.
shouldn't overdo it.
That's true.
Says the person who probably has 2 tubs of candies next to him at every point in time.
Only one.
Man-child.
As understandably so, me being Wuten, I have
Yeah.
my nut jar.
What do I have near me? I have old people candy. I have lemon
yeah.
drops.
I had my own nut
yeah.
jar until earlier, but I emptied it.
I have
Emptied your
lemon
nut jar.
drops.
Oh,
Where'd you
oh.
empty it
And I
into?
also have, what else do I have for a treat? I have 4 shots of espresso
Now-
in a tiny cup.
Now, especially with Wuten in the call, this one could actually be misinterpreted beautifully. But I also have in reach, when sitting on my computer, peanut butter.
Nice.
It's a good peanut butter.
Nice.
I also, let's see, what else do I have at my table? I have an empty Mountain Dew can. Vodka. That is also very close to being empty.
Nice.
Peach schnapps.
Still
Tylenol.
Still talking about consumables.
Damn,
right?
alright.
Anyways, Q and or
But
A.
yeah, sorry. I was like, what? I have a lot of just cups and stuff on my desk. But yes.
But
Q's, do we
you're
have any
only
on the
one
Twitter?
girl, right?
Huh?
You are only one girl, right? Because
Yes.
of all the cups. Anyways,
Oh, for fuck's sake! I wasn't thinking.
Got him!
well,
Okay.
I guess let's start with an easy one, which is guest specific, and to guest specific to a point where Chrissy and I will have a hard time to give our answers. So, from Lunar Gaze, what inspired you to make Klopfig audio plays?
The fact that no one had done it before.
To your
Frankly.
knowledge, I guess, or
To go into the
Well,
unknown.
actually, no. Audio plays specifically, where you get other voice actors to voice in it. People had done like story readings
Yes.
of Klopfig.
Yeah,
up
like
to
a
that
one-man play.
yeah.
like a one-man play.
All you
People just
one-man play.
or just like people in like a Skype call at the time, just laughing and going along with it. But no one had ever done like get actual voice actors together. Yeah, like a proper production, right? And so that's where I came in, and I was like, you know what? I've grinded my chops in the fires of 4chan for the better part of like a year and a half. Let's see where that's gotten me, and that's where it started.
Nice.
Yeah.
Then
There
I
you
guess
go.
Discord question. Or
yeah,
do
Discord
we have an
question.
answer that we can give?
No, I don't.
Okay.
The only answer I could give is Woon asked me to be in one once, and then I said
Then
yes.
you
And the
did.
rest is history.
Yeah.
Peer pressure is a fantastic thing. But yes, the next question from some creative name. This was the question that I had a very visceral reaction to earlier.
Another very Wuten question.
Hashtag Ask Awkward. Wuten's here, so I gotta bust out the semi-lewd questions. I don't know if this is semi. If you were forced to dip or glaze your genitals in any condiment of your choosing, sauces, powders, etc., which condiment would you choose? I'm immediately taking out anything with sugar because for me, with being a vag haver, that is an automatic infection.
So. Yeah. Understandably so.
That is yeast and or UTI waiting to happen.
And I guess unless we want to be really, really evil, we should, for the same reason, also avoid using that. Unless it's a solo action, then I guess it doesn't really matter.
I feel like I don't think this is. I'm going to make the assumption.
So it's not a loop. It's just.
Yes, it's just. Yeah, it's not leading into fun
anything.
Times.
It's just putting your.
Okay, what do you have to do? What do you want to dip your genitals in, and then you have to go to the bank? That's the situation here.
Condiment of your choosing.
How soon to clean? I guess that makes sense. I'm gonna say that you have to have your genitals glazed for an hour.
I'd probably do
honey. I think that's a reasonable amount of time. Because I feel like then I can be a little bit more loose, because 24 hours not a good window.
24 hours, no.
I mean, come on.
24 hours, the ants start to come.
I was about to say, what condiment left on fresh air is even, it doesn't start rotting within 24 hours. So no, obviously an hour is fine.
Would honey be considered a condiment?
I mean,
you could put honey on things.
So yeah, we have your answer.
Yeah,
fair.
Stick my dick in honey and a jar of honey,
sauces, powders, all that kind of stuff.
Right.
Then
I'll include honey in that then.
Yeah.
Honey is my choice.
Cool.
So, are you just dipping your junk directly into a beehive, or are you just
a jar of honey, of course.
Okay. I thought you were going to steal Pooh Bear's
I am not
honey
insane.
jar and just go... Okay, so we got honey from Wuten. What about you, Max? I feel like this question is more fun to penis havers. Like,
yeah, this
you
is more
guys
of a
don't need to
penis
do
question,
much
sorry.
to dip your genitals. That's like dipping like just a donut in powder. Like,
yeah.
There's not as much work.
But no. Here's the thing: honey, even if it's gonna be a mess to get off again. I can see how the dipping part might feel very like ooh,
right.
But it will be quite a pain afterwards. So. I guess what still has a little bit of texture, not texture, but it shouldn't be
less viscosity.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be too watery. That would also be boring. So I guess in the hopes that this doesn't cause any burning or infection, maybe a thick mayonnaise.
Okay.
I can see that, yeah.
Eggs and oil, delicious.
It's only an hour, and then I get it.
A genital aioli. Yeah. Like, there you go.
So.
Sorry, there's something about... I already don't like mayonnaise, so this is...
Understandable.
When does it start and when does it end?
There's also another benefit. Like, I am also not a mayonnaise eater. So if I have a jar of mayonnaise and then get challenged this way, I'm like, I wouldn't eat it anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, baby, want to see my Miracle Whip? There you go. I have two answers. I thought about this.
All right.
So, I'm gonna go the bikini route here because I feel like there needs to be something external to make this even slightly fun. Because at that point, you're just doing the halfway point of a Brazilian wax without the actual pulling off. So we're also going to put the tits into the situation.
Okay.
So
fair enough.
We're going to forego the possibility of infection. I'm going to go with chocolate, but specifically the magic shell chocolate you put on top of ice cream that makes like a hard casing.
Fuck yeah. Yes.
Then you can sell it afterwards.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you could.
You found a gold digger
answer. Chocolate. It's like bathwater, but edible.
You found a gold digger answer when we are not even at the FMK yet.
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
It's like, and it's higher price depending on how close it was to either the opening or the nib. Like,
yeah, exactly.
An areola piece is going to cost more than like a piece by the collarbone.
Right.
So dumb. The other answer, which is stupid. So I was thinking powdered donut route, but also sugar is bad for you. So what about protein powder? So I'm going
So all the bodybuilders can come by and sniff a line off of you.
I'm going to practice osmosis and see if it can sink into my skin. It's like those people who do the enema method of putting alcohol in their system, except it's all protein.
Now, would this would this also be like the bikini method, or?
This would also be the bikini method.
Okay.
I can't go out in the rain.
Fair enough.
That would automatically melt. It's like those body painters that have like all the body paint and they're walking around, but then the rain comes and it just...
Yeah.
But those are my answers. Thanks, Wuten. Well, not Wuten. Thanks, Wolfhead. Thank you, Wuten, for being here. Or else this
Thanks,
wouldn't
Wolf.
happen.
That was a great question.
Yes, we have. We do not. J-Rock went off script here and asked an open question. For all three out of all the Miyazaki movies, he had a first name, but Hayao.
Yeah, Hayao and Miyazaki.
Miyazaki movies. Which place would you want to spend your vacation at and why? So not living there.
Not living.
Okay, because I'm pretty sure we had living there questions before, but vacation. Vacation. So you just go there, are a little bit of a tourist. I mean, I could just go with the guess first. Sorry.
I was just gonna say probably just go with Howl's Moving Castle.
That'd be cool. You get to be in a moving castle with Billy Crystal Fireman.
Yeah, that'd be fucking cool.
Yeah, because here's the thing: a lot of Hayao Miyazaki worlds are kind of terrifying when you think about it. Like
a lot of
Spirited
post-apocalypse,
Away seems like a whimsical, wonderful world, but you could turn into a pig.
And yet, it's my answer.
Okay.
Spirited Away?
Why?
Yes. Here's the thing. What do the parents do that gets them turned into pigs? They get there uninvited and just start gobbling stuff away. If you go there as a tourist, you see how the official guests of the bathhouse get treated. So if you come there as an actual official tourist and you don't break any of the rules except for being a living, breathing human, and you just visit the bathhouse of I hope it's an all-inclusive. J-Rock, are you paying for all inclusive? Because otherwise...
all expenses paid?
Exactly. I mean, otherwise it might be a little bit on the unaffordable end. So you just get one small chamber in the back and you can look out into the bathhouse but never enter. Right. But you're still officially a guest, I guess. I would still going... For Spirited Away world, assuming that if you come there not as a thief, but as a respectful guest, that you will actually be treated this way, even as a human.
Right.
Okay, that's fair. I want to be either in the Ponyo universe because, like, the Ponyo universe, I want to go specifically after the storm that happens in the movie, so there's actually just an underwater world now, because that seems fun. Or I'm gonna go before Ghibli was invented and just go to the Castle of Cagliostro world because Lupin lives there. That was Miyazaki's first directorial debut.
I know that it's a Miyazaki movie, and you are technically answering the question correctly.
Yeah.
Yes.
J-Rock could have asked specifically for a Ghibli movie. He didn't, so your answer is valid.
That's fair.
Back to Discord.
Anyways, I think this goes really well for our last question. Laziness Incarnate asks, what's the most used condiment in your spice rack?
I have a feeling that it's not a coincidence.
I don't have any in my spice rack.
Fine, then what's your most used condiment?
In the bedroom.
No, not in the bedroom.
That's for Wuten specifically, not... I have them in the spice rack.
Let's see. Most used condiment. Honestly, probably ketchup.
White.
Very white. Very white. But I love it on my burgers, man.
Odie, excuse me. Odie goes Jesus. You asked this question.
You asked. My most used condiment, probably hot sauce. I need my things to be spicy. So either hot sauce or red pepper flakes or cayenne pepper. Spice. I use spice.
Right.
If my insides aren't burning, I didn't season it enough. Like, you don't want to see my spice rack. My spice rack is overflowing because I feel like if you don't have at least like 15 seasonings in your house, then you're under seasoning your food. There's no such thing as over seasoning in my book. I need flavor.
We are members of the Melanin Club. What is the melanin again?
Melanin is what makes your skin darker.
Yeah, we are very white.
Hey, Odie, shut up! I have freckles. Freckles are literally melanin deposits. I have more melanin than maybe these two white boys. It just doesn't look like it.
True. Yeah.
Oh, the no melanin club. Yeah, basically.
Yeah, how dare you? I do have some melanin. I can't help it that Irish DNA is basically bleach. You people have seen pictures of my dad. I could have been tan.
And now we are in the Chrissy argues with the chat portion of the show.
No, Chrissy argues with Charlie portion of the show.
In the chat. Anyways.
Okay, what's your condiment?
Yeah, what is my go-to condiment?
Is it soy sauce?
Sadly, not anymore. My Spectrum had... soy sauce was mostly my main cooking ingredient, my main seasoning.
Well, okay, then what do you put on top of your food?
Quantitative, I have a nice sweet chili sauce that I use frequently, but just because we usually have potatoes in the freezer and we do them once per week, and I don't eat too much stuff with condiments. If I'm out in a restaurant and get fries, I usually also go basic bitch, just ketchup. And of course I have my crazy bastard sauce, which is spice sauce, but not too spicy. It's a Berlin-based hipster brand, so you will probably not find it anywhere else, but just in case, this is their logo.
I'll try it when I come over.
They come in different flavors. Flavor level 3, which is my favorite, is Caribbean spices.
Ooh,
so it has a little bit of a sour.
I love a good. I love a good Caribbean spice.
Yeah.
You know, especially when you pronounce the word correctly and not like Philistine.
Caribbean. Anyway.
Caribbean. Gross.
I have this called Bad Byron's butt rub, and that's what I would use when I'm cooking like steaks, red meats, and all of that stuff. And I'd put that on, and it is. Oh my god, it is
one of
delicious.
my favorite seasonings to use when I'm not like feeling like putting a million seasonings. If I just need one go-to seasoning, it's a Creole seasoning called Slap Ya Mama.
I feel like I've heard of that one.
The Cajuns got it right.
Yeah, Cajuns got it. Yeah,
Cajuns got it down.
Is the go-to.
Cajun food. Oh, I want to go to New Orleans one day just to go through the food street. I want to recreate Homer going through every food thing except avoiding all the seafood because then I will die. But yeah, Slap Your Mama seasoning. If you're in America, get it. Unless you are like somehow lacking.
No wait.
Unless you like to boil your fucking chicken like a monster.
We are zoomed in.
What the fuck?
We are zoomed in.
I've seen so many TikToks recently where it's people like, hey, you want to increase your protein intake and high volume? Here's a good meal prep. And it's just people boiling chicken. And not like sous videing. Which also, I don't think you should sous vide anything but a steak, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Don't sous vide something that needs to be absolutely cooked through.
Yeah. Funnily enough, my dad actually sous vide'd a tri-tip steak last night, and I went over and I had some, and then he like seared it on the grill afterwards. It was fucking delectable.
God, I love steak so much.
So good.
Steak is the one meat that I don't have meat texture aversion to, because some days I just cannot stand the texture of like chicken or pork, but steak, I've never had that problem. I don't know what's wrong with me. I get that texture aversion to Beyond Meat, and I'm sad. Because I want to like it. I want to like Impossible Burgers and Beyond stuff. I want to be sustainable. But honestly, I have had less meat aversion to the bug meat that I have tried than the Impossible meat.
Huh.
Look, I have tried. I did a taste test once, and I had a burger, tasted just like a burger, and then I was told later, oh, it's from the meat of bugs. They didn't specify the bug, and it was fine. They did tell me though that it is unsafe to use to regulate bug meat production without specifying if it's roaches, because to all my people who have shellfish allergies like me, and we live in the eventual timeline where bug meat may become a very profitable protein source, don't eat roaches. Roaches share the same structures and allergens as lobsters and crabs, because there's your shocker, everyone. Shellfish is bugs. Y'all can't be averted to eating bugs when you are going to Red Lobster. Like, you are eating just a giant cockroach. Wake up, people!
True story.
Luckily for me, I don't like shellfish, so fuck you.
Good for you. I get an excuse to not have to eat bug meat because it's technically not safe. But I think mine was like mill bugs or whatever. So,
oh god,
I won't actively seek it. But if it's the only meat left, then.
Well, yeah.
Anyways, next question.
Next question, indeed. I have another one. I have another one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Then we are through. Deirdre. Oh, Jesus. Okay, somebody help me pronounce this name. Incoming. 3, 2, 1. How do you say that?
Oh, I know they're
Deirdrusu?
The
Deirdre
alternate name, Shoka.
Joker?
Shoka.
Shoka. Okay, Shoker. Okay, that makes it a lot easier. Hey, so Shoker asks, and I think this is a question we can all get on board for.
Sorry, I'm laughing at Angel doing the Drake meme in the chat to the people be like normal bugs, sea bugs.
That's a good use of emojis.
Look, and also Denim, sorry, I love you, hun. I'm not gonna listen to the opinion of someone who doesn't like tomatoes. You're just wrong.
Shots been fired.
Anyways, we could spar together in December. It's fine. But yes, what's Shoka's question?
Yes, very simple one. Favorite ship from Hell of a Boss.
Oh.
If you have seen it, but I dare to say we are all three people of culture, so we have seen Hell of a Boss.
Can that include non-canon ones?
I would say so, sure. A ship is... So, guest goes first, as always. Unless we need to buy you time to think.
Alright, so...
Is this your admission that you haven't seen Hell of a Boss?
No.
Okay.
Of course not. I've seen every single episode, the day that it comes out. However...
Yes.
If you know the fan series, you know. Luna and Moxie.
No,
I have no idea. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Someone named Mr.
Never heard of it.
Is it a Mr. Jizuku?
I'm totally
that
innocent.
I should be thinking of?
I would definitely not know that.
Mm-hmm. You know that one.
No, definitely not.
I know that
never,
one.
Never...
I may or may not have the cover for the second one's bookmarked because I need to see what happens.
Definitely not following them on Twitter.
Definitely not following on Twitter and then having such a hard time because they don't appear on my feed, and I think they're shadow banned. So I have to look up their name and find someone who's replied to them.
Yeah.
I mean, not a bad
There's
one.
my crack ship right there. I
Fair.
love Millie and Moxie. I love Millie and Moxie in the actual show. It's wonderful.
I'm going
beautiful.
to say, I think
However,
the crack ship of Millie, Moxie, and Luna. Moxie got
that's
two
also
hands.
good.
Moxie
He got two hands.
He could deal
He probably
with
got
crazy
two dicks.
bitches.
He probably got two dicks.
No, that just brings me back to a fine wine fanfic. No. No.
Which I'm also completely unfamiliar with.
But yes, so what about canon ship? So is canon ship Millie and Moxie?
Canon ship definitely Millie and Moxie.
Oh, canon.
Okay.
How many? Are there even enough canon ships to go around?
Well, okay, the canon ships in Helluva.
The M&Ms,
we have-
obviously.
Yeah, we have Eminem, Stolas and Blitz, Ozzy and Fizz.
Fizz.
Then we have Blitz and Fizz. Then we have Blitz and
Blitz
the Shark
Fizz,
Dude. We have Blitz and
Verosica.
Verosica.
Which I want to see the backstory for that. But okay, do you want to go next or should I?
It depends. If you take mine, then I will be whiny bitch baby afterwards.
Well, okay, because I have non-canon ones that I really.
Oh, I
like.
have a non-canon one. I'm not even sure if I have a canon one.
Why don't you go? Because I like a lot of the non-canon ships in Helluva.
It's if you know my taste in shipping, then you can probably guess what it is.
Is it Barbie and Verosica?
Who's Barbie?
Barbie Wire, Blitz's sister.
Oh, no. But it gets close. I mean, Luna Octavia.
All right,
no,
fair enough.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that one. Because Octavia's not of age yet, so she's 17, and I think Luna's 23. So
I see it with European mentality.
With European mentality, that's fair.
That is
I'm
like...
sorry. I don't ship Octavia with people because I still view Octavia as very uwu baby. That's my problem.
Fair.
She's too sweet and small for me. I think Luna and Octavia work really good as sisters.
That could work. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I need their dads to figure their shit out.
Fair enough. Yeah.
God.
But yeah, if you would force me canon ship, the M&Ms are too wholesome for my taste, and all the other ones are pretty messed up.
Excuse me. Don't insult Ozzy and Fizz. Ozzy and Fizz are the best couple in the fucking show.
Okay. Yeah, and the most recent episode hasn't properly sunken in yet. Yes, okay. Now, okay, you convinced me canon-ship-wise, it would probably be that.
Yes, so, hello, everyone. My canon one is probably Ozzy and Fizz, because I think they are adorable, and I knew that I would fall in love with their ship, with Ozzy being like, no, you're not allowed to cook breakfast, not again, and Fizz being like, what, maybe I can burn the milk this time. It's like, and then him going, burger time. It's like, oh, he's a little gremlin boy. I love it.
I remember watching that episode with Sabrina, and we got to that point where he's just like, burger time. And I like literally
Fizz so much
turned,
because I just am Fizz deep down into every person I'm close to.
I turned my head and I looked directly at her when he was like, burger time. I stared at her, and she paused the video and like looked at me and was like, what?
Surprisingly, of the three closest people to me who could probably say that I'm like Fizz, Lauren messaged me when the episode came out and was like, gave me a timestamp of the episode linked and was like, you. And it was
burger time.
Burger time. Like I can't lie. I'm a little gremlin boy. But yeah, Ozzy and Fizz are definitely very high up there. Stolas and Blitz used to be really up there for me. I kind of want them to get. I ship Blitz and Stolas with therapy.
Yeah. I mean, so does the show.
Definitely.
So does the show itself. Let's be honest. They have OTP written all over.
And then non-canon ships. I really like Verosica and Barbie. I've seen a lot of art of those two together, and I think it's very cute. I've also seen Stryker and Stella, which I'm like, make him a hypocrite who's like, I don't like the royals, but damn, she'd be thick.
Had got me to crack up.
Any horse still canon. Oh god.
Oh yeah. Still canon.
I think the most interesting one I've ever seen, where I'm like, this wouldn't exist in any universe, but I kind of want to see it, is Sally Mae, Millie's sister, and Chaz the shark. Because it's like, this makes no sense, but I love it because I feel like Chaz just needs that ultimate top energy that Sally Mae has to keep him in line. Also, I think I would love the dynamic that Sally brings Chaz home and Millie wants to kill them because, hey, I'm dating my sister's ex. I think that is...
My sister's...
It's the same thing with Barbie and Verosica. I like that, like, hey, bro and/or sister, look who I brought to Thanksgiving.
Oh, God.
I want the best for Verosica. I love her.
Ooh,
and
another canon ship. Canon ship that we forgot. Vortex and Beelzebub.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Vortex and B. Okay, there's another semi non-canon one that I want. I want a poly ship of Luna, Vortex, and B. I think they would be a great. I think they would be a great little hellhound thruple together. Because B is a good influence. Very weird for the sin of gluttony, but she wants people to have a good time. The sins are just because they're bad. They're bad doesn't mean they're a bad guy. But yeah, there you go. There's your answers. Thank you for the question. I love talking about Hell of a Boss. By the way,
to Discord.
if you share those leaks of Hell of a Boss and Has-Been Hotel that's been going around, fucking kill ya. Cause man, I was not happy when I opened my TikTok yesterday and I fucking saw a Has-Been Hotel leak as I was scrolling through my For You page.
Yep.
And it's just like, you guys can't wait a few more fucking months? Are you that impatient?
I mean, that was a self-answering question, right?
I know, it'll always piss. It's like the people who leaked the Amphibia season finale and stuff. I'm not surprised. Doesn't mean I can't be disappointed.
Right. It's just like MLP back in the day. Hasbro was awful when it came to keeping those things down.
How unsafe are the servers? Because it's either an employee leaks it, or like the servers are just
Someone
that easy to
in
get
it.
into.
Yeah.
Because I remember when they leaked the entire fucking 2017 movie, and it's like, how do you do that? Because it was like a Blu-ray rip too. It wasn't a camcorder against the screen.
You think after 30-ish years and Hasbro being one of the largest toy companies making multi-billion dollars a year, they'd be able to invest in a little bit of security?
Their server still runs on like Flash or something.
Oh, God.
On Macromedia.
Do we have any more good, or is it FMK time?
We have one more question that I think is good.
Okay.
Which is from Magical Dude, which fits with our ship discussion. What underrated ship do you think needs more attention? So, I think we can bring it back to the horse fandom because Wuten's here.
All right.
So what's an underrated MLP ship?
Let's see.
Crack ships count.
Underrated. I'm trying to think.
I will be honest, I haven't thought about this show for...
A lot of like the underrated ones kind of You know what? I think I'm gonna go back to what was it, season 2 with this one? Big Mac and Cheerilee, actually. I think that Big Mac and Cheerilee, had it progressed beyond the fact that they had like a love poison, I think that would have progressed pretty nicely in the show.
That would have
been
cute.
They could have expanded that. Yeah.
I have a very easy answer for this because it's my go-to crack ship with MLP.
What's up?
And everyone judges me when I say it. Flim and Applejack. I really like the idea of Applejack getting with one of the Flim Flam brothers. I know it's a
Or
very
both.
I can fix him approach, but I love the idea of enemies to lovers. I imagine them, and only like 2 people in the audience is going to understand it. I imagine them being like Niles and Cece from The Nanny, and like just constantly bicker.
Yep.
Thank you, Wuten. I feel vindicated. I've been trying to explain
I know the
to
exact.
people
I mean,
for a week.
CC is the secretary, right?
Cece is the secretary, and Niles is the
yeah. Yeah, Niles I
love The
remember.
Nanny. Oh, God.
That's a
I love that show.
90s.
It's been
Damn.
It's been spamming my TikTok For You page, and I am.
Did you see that they did like a 2020 like script read with all the actors from back, like coming back?
I gotta watch.
It was
that
so
later.
good. I'll link it to you after the.
Thank you.
The stream
But yeah,
ends
that
here.
one's mine, and apparently that I said that on stage at Winnie City, and people were not happy with me. They were like, "Ew!" It's like, what? Ew yourself.
There's a lot worse stuff out there.
There's a lot worse. Like, look, I love
Right.
Zephyr Breeze. I love my trash compactor of a character, but I don't ship him with Rainbow Dash and Zephyr because I don't think that works. I would argue that's a bit more toxic than Flim and Applejack. You people are just blind. Anyways, I know you said that you haven't thought about the show in a while, but come on, can you go back to your thin fiction days?
But an underrated one. I mean, I can obviously throw out Vinyl Octavia, but nobody will grant that this is underrated. Something underrated. Then if I go for characters that only for OCs, that only also doesn't really work. Underrated ship. Or I just need to make one up on the spot. Just throw 2 characters. Oh, wait, this
Throw
is not
2
how...
characters that you think would make an interesting story.
Interesting story. Let's see.
What would be a fun challenge you would want someone to try to make a ship fic of?
I mean, maybe there's a semi-serious one with like, no, we have the entire Spike Rarity crush, where people are like, oh no, age difference. I'm like, we are talking magical horse, magical dragon. We don't know when he hits maturity. I don't know.
Could also be
I believe post-finale is game.
Yeah,
I mean, he's a fully grown man.
Yeah, but to make it a little bit more accessible, the one that I heard before, so it's not a completely original one, but that wasn't the question. Spike, Sweetie Blue.
I think that.
Basically,
I've seen part of that.
exactly,
That's so cute.
because
Yeah,
it's basically
I've seen that,
like
yeah.
he matures, as in not being so immature and having a crush on an adult, but instead finds a tiny version of that adult with still her own person, obviously not the same, but she shares certain traits with Rarity. So there is whatever he. And let's be honest, his original crush on Rarity is very superficial. He just looks at her and is like, "Oh, wise horse,
Pretty white horse
yeah,
lady.
white horse is
Pretty
apparent."
white horse who likes gems, and I eat gems.
Yeah, but yeah, he looks at Rarity and is like, "Oh, I just realized that white unicorns are my fetish." And if he then overcomes Rarity and looks in his own apparent age group, once again, magical creatures, I have no fucking clue how either of those races age, Then he looks at somebody who seems to be more in his age group, and there is other white unicorn right there. So,
and it's her sister.
I can only think of the Simpsons episode where they got Rodney Dangerfield to be Mr. Burns' son, and Mr. Burns explains that he had a crush on a person, and it's like, and so I decided to date her daughter. But yeah, there you go. There's your answer. So now let's get to the FMK.
Yeah.
Also,
right,
man, Wuten,
let's see it.
Sheffield's actor aged very well.
Yes, he did. Holy shit.
Wood.
Ooh,
Wood.
Mr. Sheffield, indeed.
I mean, Wood when I was a kid, too. He was... God, my taste. It's... but yes, so,
I was discovering myself when
hey, Fran,
I was watching that show when I was a kid.
I've seen people say that Sheffield and Fran were their bisexual awakening because they liked both of them. Great.
Actually, legitimately
like,
was.
Fran's hot, man. Like, I wish I could be as hot as Fran Fine. Like,
Bam.
but ba-bam. And she's the leader of SAG. So, SAG strong, Nanny Fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one is an interesting FMK because I don't know any of these characters.
Me neither. I have already opened the tabs.
I'm going to be judging this entirely on aesthetic.
Yeah.
All right.
So, Ask Awkward, I've just beaten Mortal Kombat 1, as in the newest Mortal Kombat game that is legitimately a new and good game with promise. So, let's get our fists clenched and our blood a-boiling for Fuck, Marry, Kill, Mortal Kombat. You proud of yourself for that one?
Nice.
Melina, Havoc, and Nitara. So I guess you gotta pull up some pictures.
Already did.
I know Melina because she's the one with the fucked up mouth.
Yeah, no, Molina looks fine. Molina is absolutely fine. Don't look over here. I said don't. Go back. Here we go. Here we go. Or do we go here? Who knows? But then again,
some people would say that's a jackpot. Or you could be a coward.
Mr. Havoc doesn't seem to have the healthiest mouse condition himself.
Yeah,
There's no what? That's such a specific wound. Like, it just looks like someone went too hard with duct taping his mouth.
So they said Kitana, Melina, and
no, they said Melina, Havoc, and Nitara.
So,
Nitara.
There.
Nitara's the most normal looking one here.
She's just a succubus.
Oh
look, even in this picture, she's really just a person.
Yeah, I'd probably fuck Nitara.
Wait, you're fucking Nitara? Okay,
marry
why?
Melina.
Okay.
And then... What was it, the last one?
You still need... Yeah.
Kill Havoc?
Yeah, you still need to give us why.
Oh. Let's see. Huh.
So why would you... I mean, this is probably the easiest. Why would you fuck her?
What that mouth game do, though?
I don't know.
I got a thing for that.
Okay, that's fair. You got a thing that she
Succubus.
Yeah, succubus. Okay, easy enough. So why would you marry her?
Not gonna lie. Also, mouth thing.
Mousing in both cases.
Yeah, and then probably kill Havoc.
But she's a little bit more of a keeper than the other one.
Yes.
And kill Havoc because straight, I guess.
Yeah.
Hard but fair. Yeah. Nope, still looks like a skeleton. Doesn't help. Cool. Then I guess I get to go next. Boy, am I thankful that I do not get to kill this dude, and I have to do something with him. We are still... No, here's the thing. Aesthetics. Okay. Yeah, I can't kill the succubus. So,
Alright, fair enough.
So, I gotta marry the succubus because... Come on. If you have the option to marry a succubus, you do it. You do it. Huh? I mean... And the good news is, if you marry a succubus, the marriage will probably not end in divorce. The marriage will end in you dead, but also sexually fulfilled.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's a great thing to
One
come back
nut to end it all.
Yeah. So marrying the succubus, it's like, then banging Havoc. Because there's a very good reason. There's a very good and rational reason why I want to bang this man.
Then do tell.
Yes, it is like, okay, the face. Here's the thing. Yes, he has a horrifically deformed face, but I'm not gay anyway, so I couldn't appreciate his face even if it would be fully intact. However, if you, at the end of the day, even if you are not gay, if your partner is a dick-haver and you are a dick-haver, you know what you're dealing with, so you will not go home unsatisfied.
Mm-hmm.
You'd
figure out how to work
exactly.
around.
I mean, look, his mouth got molten gold on it, not his ass. So like,
that's true. That's true.
Yeah, the only downside is you're not getting oral from this guy.
I mean, turn the lights off. Wait. Yeah. Right. If there literally is only teeth, and there are no lips.
Maybe if you are not a coward, but like.
Depends.
Does he have a tongue?
Wait.
I guess yeah. If you want to go the popsicle method, I guess just go.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's tongue confirmed. Tongue confirmed. Definite tongue. Definite tongue. Yeah. We'll figure it out. A little bit of risk. I mean, you are literally fucking a Mortal Kombat character. There already is a deadly risk with it.
There is.
So why not be like?
He can blow your back out and then pull out your spine.
If is a little bit of teeth really the most dangerous thing in this encounter? Is it?
Yeah, true.
So, and last but not least, I'm gonna kill her. It's just like I am a notorious big mouth, and I can't stand the competition.
That's fair. I get it.
Great. So okay, I had to step away for a second. So, what was the two combinations?
You are left with fucking this young lady, marrying this fine gentleman, and killing the succubus.
Okay, well, killing the succubus seems like a very obvious decision here.
But why? I mean, Wuten and I didn't feel the urge.
I feel like that's just a public service. Because, like, one, she's killing people.
Allegedly. Nobody complained.
Probably dooming their eternal souls to hell.
But a good lady.
And also, I don't need the competition in the fucking game.
Fair.
Like, look, how do I compete with the literal thing that can radiate the energy? Like, she's like a siren song, but with her coot. So, like, I need to defeat the competition. I'm glad that got to you. But yes. So, gonna kill her. And maybe it's like Highlander rules. So, one to rule them all.
Okay.
Right.
Next, I'm going to marry...
Happy.
I mean, I feel sorry for him, honestly. But you know what? When you take away the mouth thing, he seems actually pretty polite. I feel like he'll hold the door open for me. Yeah, like I out of the three of them, he seems like the one who actually got raised right, like with manners. Probably not really, but if I were to judge a book by its cover, and if you gave me the evil clone with the mouth thing and a literal demon,
probably choose the clone with the mouth thing.
Yeah.
The clone with the mouth. Like, I think this one I feel like he will kill people, but I feel like he'd be polite to the people he likes. Also, he has to focus on his teeth a lot, so he has a winning smile.
Oh, that's fair point. Fair point. So, last but not least, then.
I'm not a coward. So.
Hey, there we go.
Look, here's the thing. the girl look freaky as hell. But you know,
well,
you know how you
do?
were saying, you know how you were saying the thing with the tongue for Havoc there. Some of her pictures, she got stuff, and that does the job. And you know, like, if we want to play a game of Risk, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
She fucking got that Venom thing going on.
Hell yeah.
And look, I think Katana is a great character. And just like the Helluva ships, just like the crack ships with MLP, I'm getting with their sister.
Hell yeah.
And nothing,
Hell yeah.
And nothing about that is awkward.
A and Y and Key say hi to the people in the chat. The memes are seen on this live stream as they talk about random grabs. Time for awkward guests. It's the awkward. Random guests and funny gags on the awkward guests. It's the awkward. Hard work and analysis which you do not want to